with Charlie today at Ultraflex Gym. This is his 7th gym that he's opened now, and he's on a mission to constantly grow and expand his business. So if you want to tell us a bit about the site and what's going on today.
Yeah, so it's great to be back in business. We've been looking for sites in this area for a long time. Finally found it. It's taken a long time to do in terms of getting the planning permission, the equipment ordered and everything as well, but it's great to be back and doing it all. And look, I'm excited to show you around. So,
how many square foot is this place?
Just 25,000 square feet, so it's a big unit.
That's including upstairs as well,
including
yeah?
upstairs, and there's an MMA area on the side as well. So.
And obviously you're quite busy already, so just show us your key parts that you want to show for the gym. So it's mainly membership based that you have like you have a members area, and then personal training. How do you work that out?
Yeah, so I'll show there's a separate area as well for that too. So in this area we've got all the dumbbell area. We've gone for a massive area because it's quite a popular thing, and loads and loads of benches, so that people can come in, get on with a session, not getting in each other's way, and not having to wait around as well. So we've got the dumbbells go from 5 kilos to 100 kilos. And they go up in 5 kilo increments, so there's lots of room for progression for people where they want to gradually improve their lifts or put on some strength and size, fixed barbells as well, and then it's positioned right next to all the cable stations, so for people who are doing ancillary work, they've got all of that.
And you've really made a brave move. You've opened in an area where there's already a big gym, and obviously your offering is so different, your demographic is at times different. So was there something that you thought about actively, I want to be near the competition, or it just worked out that way?
I think the thing is, there's a reason why other gyms are in this area, because of the location, the catchment, and the convenience in terms of the access, roads and transport. But I'm more relaxed about there being other gyms in the area because there's enough business for everyone in the first place, but also some of those gyms are feeder gyms. People will start off in a cheaper gym or less well-equipped gym, and then they'll realise, hang on, actually I want a little bit more. And so those gyms are actually beneficial for us because they become an incubator for future clients of our gyms.
That's a great outlook. I love that. I love it.
Yeah. It's been really busy in a good way, so yeah. It's been
how's your BJJ?
Oh, going well, yeah. So I've got
because I only started 6 months ago.
Oh, okay.
And you know what made me actually start was I kept seeing it everywhere.
Yeah.
So you know, I always wanted to do it and kept putting it off, and then indirectly the people that you see in your timeline, it starts to affect your behaviour, doesn't it? So you posted about it, then I seen another post about it, I thought, you know what, let me try. And when I tried it, you know, I felt so weak. And I was so poor at it, it makes you want to do it.
So it's good, but also the more you do it, the more addictive it becomes as well. So so behind me we've got all the racks and platforms. We've also got a specialist powerlifting area there with the competition spec bench. And you've got the platform there, and then this just becomes a nice big area to train in. You've also got this 20-meter conditioning track, so for people who want to do strongman type stuff, or they're just looking to improve their fitness and do different kind of exercise up and down here, you've got sleds, frames, all sorts of stuff to do, so it's a cool place to do some training.
Which site do you train at?
I mix training, a mixture with all the gyms, and depending on where I'm working, what I'm doing that day as well, it's nice to see different people as well. But this is definitely one of the gyms I spent some time at as well.
Okay, straight down?
Yeah.
It's amazing that you can kind of come here on day one, everything's kitted out.
Yeah.
I kind of love that because, you know, you see a lot of gyms open and they find it difficult because they think, right, as we go, we'll grow.
Yeah.
But like to come in on day one and everything's here and you can start, it's the best possible start you can have.
Yeah, and it's really nice because also you want to have that wow factor when you walk in the gym and you see actually this is what it's going to be. There is actually still more stuff to come. There's another 15 pieces from Prime, another 3 from Kanata. So I'm going to have to juggle things around a little bit to squeeze those in, but that'll be fun things to do.
Do you know how many pieces you have?
Over 200, yeah.
Crazy.
It's ridiculous.
And you've got a wet area as well?
So, you've got what, sorry?
You've got a wet area, you've got jacuzzi?
Yeah, you've got some ice baths and saunas and things like that as well.
I can't wait to see it.
Well, on camera we might have to get us in the ice baths as well as part of the deal, so...
Okay, you're going to do it then?
I can't do it, you know, I've got the mic on, I've got to be careful.
If the pressure's on, I have to do it.
So this area we've done it as part of it, so everything in this side of the building is all legs. There's a specialist glute area with all the particular glute machines in here, and then you've got a huge range all the way, so everything you see from here all the way to the end is all leg machines. And then there's all the variations, we've got 8 leg presses, 8 hack squats, and then a variety of all the hamstring quad machines.
I will say, look, I travel to gyms all around the country and even the world. In the UK, there's no other competitor that you've got that offers the variety of different angles and pieces of equipment. So is it because you want to cater towards bodybuilders, or is that what's the main focus? Why get all these pieces?
Yeah, I mean, although these machines were used by bodybuilders and they were used for a reason, so although these machines were designed for use for bodybuilders, actually they work really well for general training for people. So they're just great machines, and they allow people to vary their workouts, but also because machines by the nature are made for people of different limb lengths or different heights or statures, these machines actually, you might find that, you know, you really like this one, I really like that one, just because everyone's built differently. So you can find the ones that work for you, and then, you know, you kind of engage with your favourites.
You're just trying to cater towards every different body type and finding out everything that they need.
And also, it can be mundane training on the same piece of kit. So sometimes it's fun to change it up, swap around, whether it's the sequence that you do or the type of equipment that you do, then it makes it more fun to do. So this was a little bit different. This is a temple area, and it's an evolution of the area we have in Durham, which is the hardcore area. This equipment, apart from two pieces, was all bought from the Temple Gym in Birmingham, which is Dorian Yates' former gym, a very famous gym worldwide. And it really allows us to keep that hardcore feeling going, as well as having the mainstream sort of equipment, having some of the old classics in here, some of the old plates, a little bit on the rustier side.
So like this USP that you've got of like the Temple old gym, having that old school feel, is it mainly to provide a USP and somewhere different for people to train, like a different feel? You want to have people feel that same emotion in this part of the gym?
Yeah, no, I suppose it's almost like having two experiences in one place. So, you know, come into this area, it's a grittier feel, it's more of a hardcore feel. For people who aren't interested in that, what's fine, they don't have to get involved in it. But for those of you people who love it, or perhaps people who've read up about the history of bodybuilding and some of the evolution of that through the years, they can come and experience what that kit is like and have a real kind of retro
That's something close to you.
Yeah, absolutely. This is what I started training in the 90s, and this was the sort of stuff that was around there. I was a massive fan of Dorian Yates, still am, and so, you know, it's great to be able to have some of this kit in here and make it available to the members.
And often, your business is an extension of your personality. So it's like, this is an extension of you.
Yeah, so that's it, and I suppose I like the new school stuff, I like the old school stuff, and it depends on what kind of mood you're in as well. You can come in, blast out a session on some of those pieces of equipment, and then, you know, carry on with the rest of the workout. So, it's good. Or,
Charlie, what gym have you been to, anywhere, and it's blown your socks off and you thought, that's amazing?
There's been a few. I suppose the original Gold's Gym in Venice was probably the first gym where I was just in awe about. Also, because you've seen it on all the magazines and the videos and stuff. So to actually be
the blue and yellow theme, the black and yellow theme, the feel of it, the old kit.
Part of the embarrassing story is they had a turnstile as you walked in, and I was so in awe. I stopped at the turnstile after I'd paid, and I just was looking at the gym, and the guy on the counter, this funny guy, he said, "Son, if you can't push that turnstile open, you're not allowed in the gym." But you know, it was just a bizarre experience to be kind of in what you've seen for so many years.
And you know, all these experiences, they kind of shape what you kind of build in the end.
Yeah. So I remember also how I felt. It can be intimidating going into a gym like that as well. So upstairs we've got this as a separate functional area. So the idea is for people who are perhaps new to training. It's a quieter area. They can come in, they can get the hang of things and do it in a slightly less daunting environment. And you've also got extra equipment up here. So if there's a PT, they want to just do some training with a client, it's a nice area they can do it in, away from the gym
one-on-one
floor.
personal setting. I noticed like the music here, it's not quiet. Is that on purpose?
Right, yeah, exactly.
Because you want to keep it more intimate.
So it gives it a kind of a less, a more inviting atmosphere, but also if you're trying to talk through certain things, you can do all of that here. Also, because we've got the treatment room, so we've got the aesthetics clinic, the physio and the barber shops, particularly for the physios, they may want to do some rehab work. So they can bring you straight out from doing the assessment in here, do the rehab work with you, take you back in the room, and see what's doing, and they don't have to take you through. They can use the whole of the gym, but this gives them a dedicated area for that as well.
I love it. I'm actually quite familiar with the concept. I actually have 3 sports rehab clinics in London.
Right, okay.
So I have a team of physios and osteos. I rent the space from gyms, they go and deliver the sessions.
Yeah, that's it, so it's great. And to be able to actually use that equipment. And you can see how someone moves, can't you? Because you can see if they're moving and they're putting all the weight on one side, or you can see what's going wrong there. So
exactly that, I love it.
So up here we've got the cardio area, so we've got loads of different things. The treadmills and the stairs are the most popular, so we tend to have a lot of those. But it also has a functional area, so you've got the rig. So for people who want to do different kind of exercises, more calisthenics or bodyweight exercises, they can do that. And then over on the far side we've got the arms area and a posing area. A lot of people who want to get ready for competitions want to practice the posing, or just want to check in and see how they're looking. So
it's amazing. I think it's nice having a separate posing area, because like obviously gyms with cameras, and there's just like a common thing of people posing. But having that separate area, it's actually nice that you provide something different, and they can go somewhere to do it separately.
Yeah, that's right, and it just gives them people also. That's what it's there for, so no one can have a moan about them. I understand it's difficult when you get ready for competition. You want to make sure you're presenting yourself as well as you should be doing, rather than having the physique but not being able to display it properly.
How many degrees is it?
Oh,
that's cold.
Oh yeah, that is. Not tempted. All right. Should we do a bit?
So you've got
so in here we've got the ice baths, which is a new feature we've not had in the gyms before, but these seem to be really popular with people for recovery.
Yeah.
I think it'd be interesting to see. I'd love to get some footage of people when they're using these as well. See what they've got going. And then the softer side is the infrared sauna, so it gives people something nice.
And what type of sauna is this? Is it infrared?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, so it's an infrared sauna.
Okay.
So there's lots of health benefits for using them, but also just a nice place to relax aside from that. After you finish training, you come and sit in there, catch up on some messages or chat with a friend or whatever. So.
I think the nice thing about the infrared saunas is it's not as hot. Therefore, you can stay in there longer, but you still get the benefits. So the infrared allows you to get the benefits without all the heat.
That's right, and you can get, and it's a more comfortable way to do it as well. So I've been using one for a while. I really enjoy it. So I thought it was a nice feature to add to the gym and make available for the members.
Is there any other gym in Leeds that has this what you offer?
Not that I'm aware of. I'm sure there's some that have got. I mean, some of the other gyms have got saunas, but I'm not aware of any that have got the ice baths. They may well be, but it's putting all those things together, and it's all inclusive as part of the membership price. But it just gives people the option to use these kind of facilities.
It's all included. You don't pay additional for any.
Yeah, so there's no additional for using the facility. It just makes it easy for people. It's all included in one membership price. The only thing that's additional for people is the MMA area.
You breaking out of your own ego and accepting that you're shit at it and then getting good at it, isn't that a price worth paying to grow your business?
Yeah.
And when that was yes, I thought, okay, I'll embrace it.
Yeah.
And then I thought, I have to be shit at it before I can be good at it, so I'll just do it.
Yeah, no, so the more you practice, you get slightly less shit, don't you?
Yeah.
As time goes by, but then eventually you get good at it, you're comfortable, and it just becomes you're less conscious of what you're doing.
It does help me when I've got an energy that matches.
Yeah.
And then it kind of brings me out. You'll probably find that as well. And it kind of, you can feed off the other person's energy. When you're on your own, sometimes it's a bit hard, and I find it hard.
Yeah.
So
some people, it's hard to get them talking because you ask them a question and they'll go, yes.
Yeah.
They're like, all right, I need to come a little bit more than that. So,
but
that's the thing. But yeah, sure, let's get, have you got that in the background? Get a picture up here.